Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Betsy and you're watching Heavens to Betsy, and today I'm going to share with you a what sold video. This is my first what sold video. I've never done one of these before, but I thought it would be interesting to share with you a little bit of what sold for me in the month of February. And today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 highest selling vintage clothing items for the month of February. And out of these top 10 items, there were 9 that have come out of my big estate clothing buy. If you've been watching all the videos, these 9 items came out of my big estate clothing buy that I did from August to November. And there was one item that came out of a recent thrift shop trip that I took, and I'm gonna allow you, this is gonna be the fun part of the video. I'm not gonna tell you which one was the thrift item that I found that sold in my top 10 for highest selling vintage clothing items. I'm gonna let you try to guess down below in the comments, which one do you think I got at the thrift store? Unlike a lot of other resellers here on YouTube, I don't know modern labels. I have always been more of a vintage collector for my whole entire adult life. So it's hard for me to really follow what modern trends are and what people should be picking up here and there at the thrift store. What are people buying? What should I be sourcing for? Tory Burch. Who the hell is Tory Burch? I don't know who Tory Burch is. Should I be picking that up? That's me at the thrift store. Me, I can spot a 70s dress from like a mile away at a thrift store. But can I pick up a Tory Burch and know that it's worth something to sell? No. Do I know what a Mui Mui is? No, but thankfully there's lots of resellers out there who are reselling modern clothing that I can go watch and get information on. So I'm going to flip it around here and share information for all those modern resellers out there that are trying to figure out what to sell for vintage. So here we go. Here are my top 10 highest selling vintage solds for the month of February. All right, we're going to start out with some academia wear. This is a vintage Letterman sweater from the 1970s. This is by a company called Champion Products from Rochester, New York. And academia wear is really popular right now, especially the older the better. It kind of goes hand in hand, I feel, with like the resurgence in workwear. So you see a lot of vintage lovers mixing academia Letterman sweaters with their vintage denim. And I sold this for $68 on eBay, and the buyer also paid shipping. I absolutely love this dress. This was a dress that I sold over on Poshmark for $70. This sold within a couple of hours of me listing it. It sold almost immediately. It's a plus size dress. It's got the original belt with it. The print on it is great. And it's just everything you want in a 1970s dress. It's got this kind of unique hippie-ish floral with the butterfly print on the dress. It was a great dress. You need to be picking up plus size vintage for sure. You should definitely be picking up vintage loungewear, pajamas, robes, slips, underwear, bras, girdles, you name it. All of that really great vintage intimate things you should be looking for at the thrift store. This is a loungewear set. It was new with tags. I sold it over on Poshmark for $74, and the buyer paid shipping for that. So I sold this late 1960s Italian Vogue knitwear set over on eBay for $90, and the buyer also paid for shipping. It was a 2-piece set. It had knit wide leg trousers to it and this really awesome knit poncho style top to it, but it had actual structured sleeves in it for the arms, so it was a top that was made to look kind of like a poncho. It was a really neat set. I sold this pair of adorable vintage 1950s pinup girl shorts over on eBay. They were new with tags still, never been worn, for $94, and the buyer also paid shipping. I marked these in the description as VLV, which stands for Viva Las Vegas. That is a weekender that happens over Easter weekend. It's been happening for years now. And a lot of the people who like to go to this weekender love vintage fashion, particularly from the 1950s. So I really wanted to kind of make sure I put that in my listing in hopes that it would sell to somebody who was looking for cute shorts. Yay, here comes some Etsy sales. So I sold this 1970s Bleecker Street two-piece set over on Etsy for $98, and that included free shipping. This was a dress and a coordinating jacket set. And Bleecker Street is a label from Jonathan Logan. It came about in the late 60s and it lasted to early 70s. So the label wasn't around for a very long time, but you will see the label has a lot of that mod 60s and 70s look to it. Over on Etsy, I also sold the most amazing pair of late 60s, early 70s Zodiac print, slim cut, side metal zipper pants. These pants were so cool. And they sold for $98, and that also included free shipping. I hope they went off to a great home. If they were my size, I would have kept them for myself, but they weren't, so I can let them go then. And yes, you can sell vintage on Poshmark. I sold this cutie patootie 1950s plus size Western kind of detailed cotton house dress over on Poshmark for $111, and the buyer also paid for shipping. Such a cute dress. Over on eBay, I sold another adorable plus size vintage 1950s cotton house dress for $120, plus the buyer paid shipping. This dress was so cute. It had little tulips on the pocket and it had the original belt with it. And here we are. The biggest selling vintage clothing item that I sold for the month of February were these amazing 1940s button zipper side gabardine twill wide leg trousers. These were amazing. They are from World War II era. These are very rare, very sought after, and very hard to find. I sold these over on Etsy for $230, and I included free shipping. I already got a great review from the gal who bought these from me, and she is definitely one lucky girl to have these trousers in her collection. So happy to send these back out into the universe for somebody else to enjoy. And there you have it. There's my top 10. So leave me a comment down below and tell me which item you think was the one I found at the thrift store. And I'll let you know in my next video which item was the thrift store item and what it sold for. All right, until next time, take care. Bye-bye.